What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here. Welcome back to another news roundup. So to kick us off, that Atlas has announced that they'll be localizing a 3DS game that I didn't know would actually get localized, and the premise of it is a little bit strange, but that game being Conception 2: Children of the Seven Stars. So in Conception 2, you take on the role of a young man who's beginning his training as a disciple, which is a human gifted with the divine powers of one of the star gods, and he is one of the few people who can fight the monsters that are plaguing the world. So to get rid of this madness is that different disciples will have to come together and combine their powers to create star children who can fight for them in battle. Now this is a turn-based RPG title, but it does have some unique elements, like all the monsters having weak spots, and you'll be able to exploit these vulnerabilities by changing the direction of your attacks in battle and hitting the enemies from different sides to deal more damage. Plus, another key system in Conception 2 is the chain drive, which is a meter that slowly builds during combat, and when it reaches its climax, a monster will be chained down, slowing it dramatically, and this will open the enemy up for major damage. So yes, Conception 2 will be making its way to North America with Atlas publishing the title, and we don't have an exact release date just yet, but we do know that it will be releasing in the spring of 2014. Turning the tables here, some other stuff is that some Australian ratings for some games have popped up, and it gives us some hints as to some things we can expect. These include ratings for Kirby Triple Deluxe, Steel Diver Subwars, and something called NES Remix. So first, with Kirby Triple Deluxe already receiving a rating, that could mean that it will be a first quarter 3DS title, which would go hand in hand with Japan's January 11th release date. So maybe it will release sometime around then, maybe in January, February for other regions. Second, we now know the name of the free-to-play Steel Diver game that Shigeru Miyamoto announced some time ago, that being Steel Diver Subwars. Now, since the game has also received a rating, that could mean that it will be a first quarter release, but we still don't know what platform the game is going to be coming out on. But if it does come out for the Wii U, it would make sense for a first quarter release since there aren't too many Wii U titles coming out in that time frame outside of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And finally, there's the mysterious NES Remix, which sounds like some sort of compilation of NES games. And since there is the word remix in the title, it could be like updated versions of the games with added content. And in terms of release dates, is that Namco Bandai has finally announced the release date for the North American release of One Piece Romance Dawn on the 3DS. So it will be releasing in that region on February 11th, which is over 2 months after Europe's November 29th release date. And on the indie scene is that Image and Form, who the developers of the hit 3DS eShop title SteamWorld Dig, are teasing that they'll be sharing a huge announcement tomorrow. Now we know that Image and Form is working on a new SteamWorld game and it is coming to the 3DS. Now they haven't officially revealed what this game actually is, all we know is that it's not going to play the same as SteamWorld Dig. So maybe they will reveal what this new SteamWorld game is tomorrow. And finally is that with all the rave reviews for Super Mario 3D World coming in, it would make sense that people would start buying it, and that is exactly what is happening because the game has taken the #1 spot on the sales charts on Amazon. So yes, as of right now, Super Mario 3D World is selling more than all the other next-gen games on Amazon, so of course that is good news. And maybe this will be one of the games that will turn the tide of the Wii U. We'll just have to wait and see how the sales of the Wii U are affected after this game is released. But that will bring us to the end of the news round. If you like what you saw, please give it a thumbs up and add your favorites and all that good stuff. You can stay tuned for more news videos, video reviews, and That's Nintendo Crazy episodes. There will be a review for Edge on the Wii U up in the not too distant future. I will be reviewing Super Mario 3D World and The Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds, and those games come out on Friday, so there's not too long of a wait to play them. And you can also check out thegamingpixelshow.com to follow along for some more 3DS and Wii U news. But I'll talk to you in the next video, guys. Bye! Those video reviews and That's Nintendo Crazy episodes, I will be redoing out all the other next-gen games in terms of the other people in the